बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम प्यारे बच्चों, कैसे हैं आप लोग? उम्मीद करता हूँ all will be well. My dear students, 6th class history, we are going to solve its chapter number 1, World Ancient Civilization, Mesopotamia and Egypt. And in this video we will complete solved exercise inshallah, and all in this exercise there are short questions, detailed questions and objective. First of all, we will complete its objective questions. Number 1, the word history has been derived from Latin, Sanskrit, Greek, Roman. Correct option is Greek. History is the study of present event, past event, future event, predictions. Its correct option is past event. Babylon was a city-state of Indus Valley civilization, Babylonian civilization, Egyptian and Shang dynasty. Correct option is Babylonian civilization. Women had right and they were powerful in the ancient civilization of Egypt, Indus Valley, Shang dynasty, Summer Valley. The correct option is Summer Valley. Sumerian civilization developed along Nile River, Euphrates River, Tigris River, Yellow River. Correct option is Tigris River. Ur was an ancient city-state in Egypt, Iran, Samaria, and Antalya. Correct option is Somalia. Number 2, study the following chart that is comparing the civilization of Mesopotamia and Egypt. Now this is a chart. River, Mesopotamia civilization and Egypt. River, first of all देखते हैं जिसके rivers. Let's see. Euphrates and Tigris. Egyptian civilization, River Nile. Government, city-states led by kings and priests, eventually empires formed. In Egyptian civilization, villages united into kingdom. The kingdom were later united and ruled by pharaohs. Economy. Number 3 पे Mesopotamia civilization economy, farming and trading. And Egyptian civilization economy was farming and trade. Work of artisan, pottery, metal, products, cloth. Pottery, metal, product and cloth. Natural defense, flat mud plains, Nile Delta, Sahara, Eastern Desert. Advantages, civilization, cuneiform, calendar, wheel, wooden plough, sailboat and wheel. Hierarchical chariots, number system, calendar and chariot medicines. This was the main difference between Mesopotamian civilization and Egyptian civilization. Question number 2, part A. What were the difference and similarities between Mesopotamian and Egyptian events? Right, comparative. Difference between Mesopotamia and Egyptian inventions. Mesopotamian, they invented cuneiform, a system of writing. The Egyptian invented hieroglyphic system of writing. They invented calendar wheel, wooden plough, sailboat and wheel. They invented chariots number system, calendar, chariot and medicine. B question. Use the chart of to compare the government and natural difference of two civilizations. Write their answer in a short paragraph. Answer. Government system. In Mesopotamian civilization, the city-states were led by kings and priests, Molvi. They eventually formed empires. In Egyptian civilization, the villages were united into kingdom, were later united and ruled by pharaohs. Number two, government system of chart compared to civilization of two civilizations. Second one is Mesopotamia civilization had the natural defense of flat mud plains, and Egyptian civilization had Nile, Delta, Sahara, and eastern deserts. Sorry. Short questions. What is history? Concept of history. History is the study of past. The history is derived from the Greek word historia, which means seeking knowledge through inquiry. Narratives and historical records. History is much more than simply describing and learning the rise and fall of empires and nations. History is fascinating because it investigates patterns of human behavior found in different cultures and civilizations around the world. The footprint of human identify some early river valley civilization. Answer. Mesopotamia civilization. Now we are talking about recently Iraq. Egyptian civilization, as you know, Egypt, Indus Valley civilization, as you know, and China civilization. Mesopotamia in Urdu, it's Iraq. Egypt, it's Sham. Indus, Sindh Valley, and China, as you know, its name. These were the famous civilization which born on the side of rivers. What are the main invention of Sumerian? Main invention of Sumerians. Among remains of Sumer, archaeologists have discovered agriculture and had tools made of stone and bronze. These include hues, knives, adders, as well as clay artifacts such as sickless bricks, painted pottery, and proclines that are still in use today. The earliest form of writing, cuneiform, was invented by the Sumerians. The discovery of seals demonstrates that Sumerians traded with ancient Egypt and the Indus Valley civilization. Describe the role of pharaohs in the government of Egypt. Pharaohs का किरदार, duties, pharaohs responsibilities, uniting Egypt, leading into good and bad time, issuing their order, participating in religious ceremonies. Actually, they were the religious people, as like our Maulvis, and they were the part of their government. What was the method of mummification and why did Egyptians do it? Mummification. Right. The mummies and mummification. The ancient Egyptians believed in the concept of afterlife. This was primary reason for the ancient ritual of mummification. The body was clothed, wrapped, and adorned with jewels and charms. A mask bearing likeness of deceased was placed on the face. Drinks, food, and riches were buried with mummy. In 1992, Howard Carter discovered an important tomb in the Valley of the Kings. The solid gold mask that covered King's Tutankhamun's mummy made this tomb famous around the world. Mummification is actually it's a procedure after death. They wrap their dead bodies with cloths and ornaments were buried with that dead person. That is mummification. You got the idea, my boys, my girls, my students? This is mummification. And what is mummies? Mummies are actually died person's dead body wrapped with cloths, white cloths or other extra cloths. You getting the ideas? Thank you. What was the cuneiform? What is the cuneiform? Cuneiform was an ancient system of writing used Persian, Mesopotamia and civilization. Mesopotamia civilization actually today's Iraq civilization. Okay, you getting the point? Mesopotamia is actually Iraq civilization, and Persia. The new name of Persia is Iran. Okay, codification was an ancient system of writing used in Iran and Iraq. Right? Okay. Thank you, my boys. Detailed questions. Number one, why was Babylonian civilization important? Write in detail. Answer, Babylonian civilization was among the first empire builders who rose in ancient Mesopotamia. Babylonian cities were built along the Euphrates River. In 1792 BC, Hammurabi became the first king of Babylon. Under Hammurabi rule, Babylon developed as the cradle of learning and culture and grew into a powerful city by erecting magnificent and lavish buildings, royal palaces with compound gardens, cemeteries, and ziggurats. Such cities like our residential area were made up of ordinary houses on winding streets dotted with elite housing, shops, and shrines. These were the Babylonian civilization. They built the modern cities like our modern cities. They have huge buildings, lavish buildings, magnificent. There was the gardening, there was the cemeteries. You know cemeteries, there was the lining system and zigzagging. As we go into our street, there is a zigzag. This street is going to upright. This street is going to downward and like zigzagging. They were recently as meets our Pindi's city. Okay, my boys, my girls, my students, are you getting the points? Hanging Garden of Babylon. The Hanging Garden of Babylon were regarded as one of the seven wonders of ancient world. Some historians believe that Assyrian king Sennacherib built the Hanging Garden in King Sennacherib called it wonder of all people. The garden was well known for its fruit orchard, pine trees, rosewood, olive trees, oaks, and grapevines. Code of Hammurabi. The city-states in Babylon had their own laws. Most well-known is the Hammurabi Code that consisted of written legal codes inscribed in cuneiform script on a stone tablet. The Hammurabi Code stated, number 1, the strong should not harm the weak. Their first law was the strong should not harm the weak. Second law was develop the rule of morality in the country. Number 3, punish the wicked and evil people, evil doers. Hammurabi Code strengthened the concept that the government was responsible to compensate the victims. After the death of Hammurabi, laws were not fairly applied to all citizens because poor people received harsher punishment than the wealthy and powerful. This was one of the major reasons for the decline of Babylon civilization. Actually, the code of Hammurabi was based was based on provision of basic human right and justice. Strong justice and proper maintenance of law and order situation is compulsion for the progress and prosperity of Pakistan. Question number 3. How was Egyptian society structured in the form of pyramid? Write the detail. As you seen in movies, pyramid is like three-shaped triangles, and they build their huge buildings like this. The pyramid of Egyptian society. Egyptian society was organized like a pyramid. The pharaohs were at the top. Highly people, religious people live on the top, and they were kings and queens of Egypt. Next to his wazir, all the other officials reported to the wazir. Other officials who reported to pharaohs were the priests, army commanders, the chief treasurer, and minister of public works. Scribes kept track of the finance and recorded taxes and censuses. The farmer who lived in small villages always paid the taxes on the crops they grew. This strata of society also provided soldiers in the military and faced labor for building projects in the kingdom. My students, are you getting the point or sleeping? Please awake and learn your lessons. Duties of pharaohs. United Egypt, leading the good and bad time, issuing the order, participation in religious ceremonies. Question number 3. Compare the social hierarchy in Summer Valley and ancient Egypt. Write in detail. Answer. Steps. Summer Valley and ancient Valley. Last one base. Farmer and slaves. Worker, soldier, farmer and builders. Second last in Summer Valley were scribes, merchant and artist, and in ancient Egypt, scribes and merchants. Third step, nothing, physicians and engineers. Fourth step, priests and government officers, priests, elite officers. Fifth number, kings, and there was in ancient Egypt wazirs, and lastly the kings. At the top there was kings. Are you getting the points? Time to think. Developing and sporting opinion. Historians form opinion about the past as they were entrapped it and assess the significance of historical events and people. They back up their opinion with logical thinking, facts, example, quotes, and events references. Ask students to develop their opinion by answering the question why the pharaohs were always powerful in the ancient Egypt. Summarize your opinion in reporting them. Okay. Maintaining the religious harmony, statesmen made laws, waged war, and collected taxes. They participated in ceremonies, had the religion, and they rose all the loading Egypt. Opinion of pharaohs always put in there. Okay, describe the irrigation method in ancient Egypt. Irrigation. The procedure of watering the plants. It's watering the plants and human body. That is irrigation. The world early civilization, vague Egypt, was developing along the bank of warm river valley. The river provided people with a continuous source of water and fertile soil for domestic use and agriculture activities such as livestock and fishing. Agriculture and domestication of animals were important feature of all civilization. Water tank, decks, and small dams were built near river bank to store water for irrigation of vast lands through water channels. My guys, are you getting the point? Yes. Okay. Describe the position of women in ancient civilization discussed in this chapter. Status of women, Sumerian civilization. The Sumerian women had some degree of independence and respect. Many women performed household responsibilities whereas men were regarded as the family's head. Women enjoyed many rights in the society as a result of their religious beliefs and traditions. Women served as priestesses and some were so powerful that they could buy and sell property, slaves, run business and perform religious ceremonies. These were the brave women who participate in every walk of life. My students, are you getting the points? Okay. Position of women in ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt, women were head of families. Their wives were in charge of the household and the education of the children. Men had more rights than women. In the most other early civilization, Egyptian women could own and pass on property. Some women had their own business. Egyptians used to wear loose white linen clothing due to hot climate. The common man was interested in hunting, fighting, games, races, and battle. Egyptians loved music and played harps, flutes, and furniture. My guys, thank you for watching this, and it's a request and as a teacher order. As a student, it's a request to all students. Please subscribe my channel, share it to your loved one and students, and thank you again for your love and support and for your cooperation. Again and again, thank you. And remember me in your precious prayers. अल्लाह हाफिज। पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद।